previous video we have discussed about completely the definition of what we mean by fractions of 6 standard. So in today's class, I will briefly we will revise the concept of what we mean by decimal fractions. These all are the concepts what we have studied in our 6th standard video. But quickly, let us recap. So first we have the definition of a decimal fraction. What actually is a decimal fraction? Let us see. A fraction whose denominator is 10, a higher power of 10, that is 100, 1000, etc. is called a decimal fraction. A fraction whose denominator is 10 or greater numbers of 10 like 100, higher power of 10 is that is 100, 1000, etc. is called as what we mean by decimal fraction. Understood? We have some examples I have taken here. 7 by 10. This is an example of decimal fraction. 13 by 10 square. Look at here. How much is 10 square? Instead of giving 100, they have given 10 square. But already you know that 10 square is nothing but 100. Last year we have studied the square roots. Now we have 357 by 1000. Even this is an example for what we mean by decimal fraction. And how to convert a decimal fraction? If it is only a fraction, given a fraction. Just let us see here. We have 2 by 10. 2 by 10. So this I can write it as 0.2. How did I write that? Even we know the division method to do this. See, whatever the term in the numerator should be inside. So 10 is a greater number, 2 is a smaller number. So what I should do in order to divide? I need to keep a point. 0.0. Then 10 to the how much? It is 20. Even in this method you can answer. By doing the division you can find out. But even we can do it very directly if you understand very simple thing. Like, see, how many zeros here in the denominator? We have 1 0. Right. After a number, we have to keep a 0 in a decimal in the case of numerator. So we get how much? 0.2. To make you to understand better, let us take 24 by 100. Here there are how many zeros? 2 zeros. Keep decimal point after 2 numbers in the numerator. See, there are only 2 numbers. So that is 0.24. Or you can write even as 0.24. Did you understand? Now if you divide 24 by 100 also, you will get 0.2. We need not divide. If you understand the concept, it's very easily you can write even directly. Can you tell me for this 3159 by 1000? There are how many zeros? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 zeros. Keep a point after 3 zeros in the numerator. That is 1, 2, 3. So I can keep here. That is 3.159. Understand? Even you can do the division also. Let me show you the division. 3159 by 1000, right? So 1000 3s are, we have got 3000. So we got 159. Keep a point 0. Then 1000 ones are 1000 only to take. So we have 590. Again take a 0 since you kept a decimal point here. So 1000 5s are 5000. So we have got 900. Since you have kept a point, you can add one more 0. Becomes like 9000. Then 1000 9s are 9000. See, very lengthy procedure to do this. No doubt you need to learn even this. But very easily we can do directly here. When you are converting a fraction to a decimal fraction, very easy. Count the number of zeros and after that many numbers, keep a point in the numerator. Did you understand the conversions of this? Next, we have number of decimal places. We can easily find out how many number of decimal places are there. For the 2 examples I have taken, I have 3.462. See, after point you should not read like 462. You know that proves, I guess. We have 3.462. So after decimal, there are how many decimal places? See, after decimal 1, 2, 3. That is, we have after that 3 decimal places. We have 3 decimal places. What about here? After point we can see 2 numbers. Therefore, how many decimal places? So understand, here we have understood what you mean by the definition of decimal fraction. What is decimal fractions? Whose denominator is 10 or higher power of 10, like 100,000. And you understood even to write a fraction in a decimal way. If a fraction with a denominator 10, 100 or 1000, how can we convert to a decimal fraction? And later we came to know number of decimal places. How to find out the number of decimal places in a given number. Here after a point, there are how many numbers? That is considered to be the number of decimal places in a problem. Next, like we have studied like fractions and unlike fraction. In the case of fractions, even we have like and unlike decimal numbers. Very easy it is when we compare to that. See here, we have 5.7, 0.8, 329.2, 50.6. We have set of numbers. But one common thing you can notice in that, what it is, after a point, there are how many numbers? Here there is one number, here it is one number, here it is one number, here it is one number. No doubt that your left side there are how many numbers? See, for example, here it is 1, here it is 1, here it is 3 and here it is 2. We will not consider that. After a decimal point, there are how many numbers towards your right side? 1, 1, 1, 1. In all the set, first set we have only one decimal number. Hence it is called as like decimal number. What it is? We call it as like decimal number. Let us see the second one. We have 2, 2, 2, 2. What you will tell now? We have 2, 2, 2, 2. No doubt that our left side we will never consider. See here, left side we have 2, 1, 1, 3. We won't consider that. After a point, towards your right side, how many numbers? Here it is 2, 2, 2, 2. Hence it is called as like decimal number. Let us take a third example. Here we have how much? 1, here 2, here 2, and here 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we call this? We call this as unlike decimal. We call it as unlike decimal. Understand? This is how we will find like and unlike decimal numbers in the case of decimal fraction. In the case of fractions, we all know that. How did we find like numbers? Denominators. If the denominators are same, it is called like decimal fraction. If denominators are not same, it is called unlike. And even we converted unlike decimal fraction to like decimal fraction in the same way. Okay, next we have conversion of a given decimal fraction into a non-decimal fraction. They have given already decimal. Here, they were given as fraction and we have found out in the way of decimal. Here first they themselves gave the decimal. We need to convert into what? Non-decimal fraction. Non-decimal fraction in the sense decimal number. Like a not what it is, fraction. See, here 2 by 10 I have written as 0.2. How did you write 1 0? So you kept in a numerator point. Here it was 100, 2 zeros, so you kept 0.24. Now, in this case, I need to remove the decimal number. If I remove the decimal number from this number, what it is? It is 42. No doubt it is. If I remove this decimal, it will be 042. But if a 0 is towards left side, it doesn't have any meaning. Is it not? So it will be just how much? 42. By after decimal, there were how many zeros? How many numbers? 2. That many zeros and 1. The same. Understood? See that. How did I write? I have removed this decimal and I have written the number 42. After decimal, there were how many numbers? 2 numbers. That many zeros and. But fraction, I cannot leave in this form. I should reduce it to a what? Lowest form. Can I convert this 42 by 100? Yes, in the 2 table we will start. 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10 and 15. Further we can do 1. So this is your final answer. That is 21 by 50. After converting from a decimal to non-decimal form. So here we have 0.021. Here also remove the decimal. If you remove the decimal, it just becomes 21. Right? It had become 21 because we have two zeros towards left side, but it doesn't make any meaning. Now, after decimal number, there are how many numbers? 1, 2, 3. Add that many zeros. Understand? Even this. So, can I do anything to 21 and 1000? No. I cannot reduce it further. So, this will be the simplest. Next, I have 1.75. If I remove the decimal, it becomes 175. If I remove the decimal, what it is? 175. After point, how many numbers? 2 numbers. Therefore, 2 zeros and 1. Now, can I leave 175 by 100? No. Because I can reduce it. Let me reduce here. 175 by, I have 100. So, 5 and 0, you know the divisibility test. So, with which number we can start? We can start with 5 value. So, cancellation is very important. 5 3s are 15. So, I have 25 here. So, 5 5s are 25. So, 5 2s are 10 and 0. Next, we have 5 7s are 35. 5 4s are 20. So, I have got is 7 by 4. So, 7 by 4 is what type of fraction? It is improper fraction. Why? Numerator is more, denominator is less. Can I leave improper fraction like that itself? No. I need to convert it to mixed fraction. This we have understood in the case of fractions. So we have 7 divided by 4. 4 ones are 4. So we have remainder 23. So the answer is 1 3 by 4. This is the final answer. Understood? So this is what a complete starting introduction of what we mean by decimal fraction. Next we will study what we mean by addition, subtraction, simplification, multiplication, division and a word problem in the case of decimal fraction. We have addition, subtraction and simplification in the case of decimal fractions. Let us see. Addition of decimal numbers. We need to add the given decimal number. Very easy addition. You are doing right from your first standard addition. But here only we are seeing in the case of decimal fraction. Very easy. I will just show you this. So let us solve this first problem. So what is the first number we have? We have 2.7. So what is the second number? 35.82. Remember, point should always come here itself. Order we have to arrange. What is the number we have? 35.82. Understood? So to avoid confusion, see there is no number here in the first number. You can put 0. And here also we don't have any number. You can put 0. It will avoid the confusion to you. But what is the third number we have? It is 140.052. Look at here. You need to consider what? 140. Then a point. Then 0, 5, 2. So to avoid confusion, add 2 more zeros. Here also 1 0, 1 0. There are no numbers in that. Now it is easily you can add. So we have 2. So 5 plus 2, 7. So 8 plus 7, 15. 5. Keep a point, carry here to be 1. This is 1 is carry. 5 plus 2, 7, 1, 8. 4 plus 3, 7, 1. Therefore, the answer is 178.572. Did you understand? In the case of decimal fractions, just you can do that how I have done. If you are getting the without doing the adding zeros also we can, but you should not add this number there and all. To avoid the confusion, we can have a zeros there. That's not at all a problem. I hope you have understood addition. You have done a lot more of problems you have done in the case of 6 standard. Now we have subtraction. Subtraction, always remember one thing, everyone when a problem is seen, everyone will subtract this number from this, second number from first number. That is what the intention we have. But look at the question here. Subtract 35.724 from. When the word from comes, in the case of subtraction, you should always subtract second number with first number with second number. So let us see that. So we have 180.938. So what is this number we have? 35. 35 point, how much it is? 724. In this case, we can add 0 only here because there is no number. Let us see now. So 8 minus 4 is how much? 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. 9 minus 7 is 2. Keep a point. So we have 0 and 5 here. We have to carry 1. So in 10, if 5 goes, it is 5. So already one number has went that side. So it will be 7. 7 minus 3 is how much? 4. And we have understood. So the answer is 145.21. This is how we need to do subtraction. You see from. If you see the word from, you need to subtract first number from always second. Don't do that 35 number. You won't get that. So next we have a simplification problem. So what is the simplification? Is nothing but combination of addition and subtraction, but very easy. So whenever you see this simplification, what actually you should do is we need to arrange the numbers of same signs together. That makes the problem very much simpler. See here. What is the sign of first number? Plus. Let us bring all plus together. That is 3.241. Any other plus? Yes, we have plus 6.6105. Any other plus? Yes, we have plus 5.2. All plus signs I have brought together. Any minus signs? Yes, I have minus 0.53, minus 8.241. Now, what I need to do these three things? I need to add. Let me add here. I have 3.241. Then I have how much? 6.6105. So you can add 0 here. Then I have 5 point. That's all. 5 point. Then 0, 0, 0. For your solution, we need to add this. So 5, 1, 4 plus 1, 5. Right? Okay. Then 6 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10. Keep a point. Carry 1. 6 plus 3, 9 plus 1, 10. And 15. So we have got this as plus 115.051. This is the answer for T from here to here. Next we have minus 0.53 minus 8.2413. What should we do? Remember always the mathematical rules. When we see always two signs, irrespective of plus or minus, we need to add and put the same sign. So we need to add that. So let us add minus 8.2413. Then we have got 0.53. Don't think it has minus sign and we should minus. Don't think. When you see two same signs, always you should add and put the same sign. Add 3, 1, 4 plus 3 is 7, 5 plus 3 is 7, keep a point. So what is the sign? Sign also is minus. So I have got 8.7713. Now I have one plus sign, one minus sign. What is the rule step? When you see two different signs, subtract that and put the sign of greater number. Among this both which is greater number? 50. No doubt we have come to know that we will get the answer in plus, but we have to subtract this both. Let us subtract. So we have 15.0515 minus we have got 8.7713. So in 5 3 goes 2, in 1 goes 0. So we have 0 here, and if you borrow from year to year, you will get 50, and this becomes 9. So in 50, if 7 goes, it is 8, and here it is 9. In 9, 7 goes, it is 2. Keep a point. Already one number we have borrowed, so how much it will be? 14. In 14, if 8 goes, 4 plus 2, 6. So your answer is it. This is minus, this is plus. So your answer is plus how much? 6.2802. Understood how to do the simplification problem? Very easy. So before you start simplification, always take the simplification anywhere. It doesn't mean only decimal fraction. Arrange the terms, arrange the like terms together. That is, arrange the like signs together. That makes the problem very much simpler. I hope you have understood this. So next we have multiplication and division. Let us see how the multiplication and division in the case of decimal fractions. So the first problem I have, evaluate 532.43 into 7. I need to multiply this. Let me take. I am writing one more time. 532.43 into 7. I have told you yesterday, tables are very important. If you know the tables, it's a matter of just a simple time to solve this. So 7 3s are 21. You know that 1 to carry. So how much? 7 4s are 28 plus 2, 30. So 0, 3 is a carry. Then 7 2s are 14 plus 3, 17. 7, 1 carry. Understand? So again, 7 3s are how much? 21 plus 1, 22, 2. Here it is 2 carry. So 7 5s are how much? 35. 35 plus 2 is how much? 30. Easy multiplication. Now, only the being in decimal fraction we have to see. At last answer, we need to place the decimal numbers. Any decimal numbers towards your RHS, right hand side? No. In this, we have two numbers. After two numbers, there is a point. So we have to keep in answer also. After two numbers, a point. Therefore, the answer is 3727.01. Understand? Very simple. Now I have taken a slide. Both sides also we have decimal numbers. Let me do this. Multiplication is one and the same. How you multiply right from your second term standard? I suppose this type of multiplication starts in third and fourth. Same type of multiplication itself. You have to only that you have to learn to place the decimal numbers. That we will see quickly. 0.856 into 12.39. Take here. 9 6 are 54. 5. Carry. So 9 5s are 45 plus 5, 50. 0. Again 5 is 72. 9 8s are 72 plus 5, 77. So 7. Because 9 0 is 0. Yes. Right. Next. 6 3s are 18. 8. 1 carry. Again 5 3s are 15 1, 16. 6 carry 1. 8 3s are 24 plus 1, 25. 5 here right? 25 direct. The reason is 3 0 to 0, whatever the carry I have taken, I have written. Now, next number I have 2. 6 2s are 12. 1 carry. 5 2s are 10 plus 1, 11. 1, 1 carry. Then 8 2s are how much? 8 2s are 16 plus 1, 17. 7 therefore I have. So next I have 1 6 are 6, 1 5 are 5, 1 8 are 8, 1 0 is 1 6. So I have to add. This is 4, 8. I have 6 plus 2 how much? 8 plus 7 15. 5, 1 carry. 7 plus 1 8. 8 plus 5 13. 1 14. 14 plus 6 is 20. So 0 2 carry here. 2 plus 2 is how much? 4. 7 plus 4 11 plus 5 16. 6 carry 1 8 9 10. So Now I have got this much. Now where should I keep the decimal numbers? Look at here. Here we have after 2 numbers 2. Here I have after 3 numbers. Add that. 3 plus 2 how much? 5. After 5 digits I need to keep the decimal number. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Understand? So your answer at last is 10.6058. Only to do the multiplication, you should know the tables written. Understand? Only according to decimal fraction, we need to learn only where we shift the point after once the multiplication is being done. Understand? Okay, next we have division. It's also very simple one. I have taken 83.6 divided by 2. I can do in this division method itself. Let me try. We know that 2 4s are how much? 8. Goes, bring 3 down. Yes, 2 1s are how much? 2. So I have 1 carry. Since a point is there, place a point and bring 6 down. 2 8s are 16. So this is how much? 41.8. Very simple. So the division answer is how much? 41.8. So now I have the same way of division method. All this we have done number of problems again, but here the variety is both. Here the denominator was not having any point. Here the number was not having any point. Second method I have taken points on both sides, and even in division we have point. How to do this? In this case we have to multiply the number 1.6. See, always we should see the numerator. In the numerator, after how many points there is a number we need to consider. For example, after a point there is one number, so you multiply by 10. If it is 2 number, you multiply by 100. 3 number, you multiply by 1000. Whatever you multiply in the numerator, you should multiply the denominator. You should not consider denominator first. Understand? But in this case, both the numerator and denominator we have same numbers after a decimal. So I will multiply with 10. So if I multiply with 10, just if you multiply it shifts and becomes 368 by 60. Yes, I can do it. Again, if you take 368 and 16. 16 table you should know. 16 into 32. Right. So 4, 0 and bring 8. So 48. 48 is a direct divisible of 16. Yes, 16 3s are 40. So that's the answer. The answer of this is how much? 20. Even you can do the division or even you can go with cancellation. Cancellation also is easy, right? 16 ones are 16 2s are 32. Next number is 48. So obviously it is 20. Understand? So this is the complete revision of what you mean by decimal fractions. Even this in 7th standard we have a chapter of decimal fraction. See, if you understand this much of basic what I have done, it's a very easy way to crack all the sort of problems which comes in the test. So in the previous video we have understood the complete recap of fractions in the case of 6th standard. Now we have done the decimal fractions. In next video we will see the ratio and proportion, which is very important for the 7th standard. Then from the next week we will start with the chapter of 7th standard. Until